All right, y'all. So look, at some point yesterday, okay, things got out of hand with What's the Dirt and Curtis King. Okay. I'm not quite sure who started it. Um, but I'm gonna do my best to give as best of a breakdown as I can. Okay. I took some notes, you know what I'm saying? Um and their few primarily is on X, okay, Twitter, formerly known as Twitter, X, formerly known as Twitter. All right, that's where the whole beef took place. I I don't understand why. I know why. I have the information right here, but I don't understand it. Okay, do not. So let's walk through this together. Here is What's the Dirt and Curtis King explained. So, mostly public. Uh, so the conflict is stemmed from a rivalry and or personal disagreement. Um, Curtis King, he's a content creator and a musician. If you didn't know, he made a video attempting to expose What's the Dirt, and it exposes What's the Dirt's past. And this happened on the fourth, so a couple days ago. A Curtis King video focused on his specifically alleging involvement in a drug related activities from 5 years ago. What's the Dirt question Curtis King's obsession, noting that Curtis King had previously made music about him and reacted strongly to comments made in live chat, suggesting this exposure was an overreaction to a relatively minor provocation. All right. Now, I I want to speak about that piece, right? I'm gonna give y'all facts and then I'm gonna talk about each piece of it. Okay. That is that is beyond odd to me, okay? To You're dealing with a guy like online, y'all are having online beef, and then you just go, you know what? Or online interactions, and it seems like, oh, I'm gonna expose you. Does that not make you feel a little bit like a bitch? Not even the slightest. Like I don't even know any other way to word that. Like as a grown man, I didn't see anything in the tweets back and forth between y'all to go, yeah, I'm finna go dig up his past. Like what? Really? Really? Could it be? I'm gonna say, you know what? I'm gonna save the rest of my comments for later. Let's continue through this story. All right. Curtis King, in response, posted on March 6th, okay, so that's today, with a taunting tone telling What's the Dirt to watch your mouth and hinting at a significant event planned for Friday, possibly further escalation and reveal. I want to tell y'all right now, as I'm making this video on Thursday, on March 6th, because y'all are getting this on Friday, so I don't know what he's going to do today while you're watching it, okay? But I do know that he's done he did one video, took it off of Twitter, put it on YouTube to make some money, obviously, because nigga clearly just needed money or something. Like I don't know. But he put the video up to make money. All right. Then he turned around and then had another live stream with some random dude talking about, you know what I'm saying? Because he ain't seen this person's face, talking about, oh, he owes all these people money, blah, 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 like some dude, right? And even if it's true, let's say he does owe these people money. Like, we're talking about the drug game. We're talking about selling weed and it's not legal. If he managed to run off on the plug, Plies made a whole song about that. Like he hit a lick, he ran off on the plug. Okay, okay, I don't give a fuck. I know plenty of niggas that did that. Plenty. Just because he's white doesn't like. Oh, okay. He owes some people money like in the streets. We're talking about you owe people drug money? That's what you want to expose somebody for? Drug money? Really? Really? I don't know. I'm not from that. I'm not from that. We don't do that. We don't do that. I don't know where you're from. I mean, you seem to be a California native ish. Uh, I don't know where they do that in California either. I don't know. Just because you don't know them, I'm gonna bring up some street shit or like not street, but like illegal crime stuff that you had going on. Like, really, really, come on, like that's not it. That's just not it. Um, yeah, I don't know how else to say that. And then he told him to watch his mouth. Da 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 da. He also mocked what's the dirt username by implying that it invites scrutiny. Your name is literally what's the dirt. Um, and when he said that, the thing there, all right, and this is extremely important with that piece. The thing there is that just because he named himself What's the Dirt doesn't make his page a gossip page. Like, I get what you're alluding to, and that's a cool joke, but to allude like that's what he's about when he's clearly not about that. His channel, you look at all the videos, he's just putting out content regarding the rap beef. All right, and I'm you know what? No, I got to get to it here while we're talking about his content and the rap beef. When he's doing that, okay, when he's doing his content, fam, if I were you, you know what I'm saying, I'd be upset too. I'd be pissed the fuck off if at my measly subscriber number, right? Because I'm just only at 9,000 subscribers as of making this video, just barely over. If there was some other dude that came in and in less than a year, because I've been at this for a couple years, I've gotten better over time. I've been at this for a couple years. I couldn't imagine being at it for a couple of years and some random white dude just surpasses me and I get pissed off and saying, oh, all you did was cover the beef. Okay, he found a niche and he made money and he made videos. Guess what you did? You've made numerous videos still to this day. Till this day. Every time there's a new Drake thing or whatever, like, you're there. New Kendrick thing, you're there. You're there, just like the rest of us, just like me. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Like, be consistent, be morally consistent. That's my thing. Be morally consistent. Be principally consistent. You're not. It reeks of jealousy. Like, yeah, okay, he's a white boy. All right, cool. He's white. Work harder. Work harder. He didn't get there because he's white. He got there because his breakdowns were phenomenal. And then in the two videos you did today, you low-key downplayed, like you were like, oh, he got it from some Reddit research. Okay, let's say he did. He stole every fucking idea he ever spit out from some Redditors, right? Number one, how the fuck can you prove it? How can you prove it? Because the same way they got the information off of Reddit and from whatever internet sources they did, he could have did the same internet resources by himself. I mean, research. Excuse me, I said resources. Research, okay, by himself. He could have did it by himself. And got the same info. Like, I don't know where you were getting at. Like, now you're undermining them. Like, it's, bro, the longer you go on live, the longer you talk, the more jealous you seem. I'm just keeping it a band with you, bro. The longer you go, the more jealous of him you seem. If the issue is he's not of the culture, you're giving it too much life. You're giving it too much air. You know who handled this, even though I disagree with how he handled it? Justin made his fucking video and then moved the fuck on. He made his video and moved the fuck on. I can respect the fuck out of that. Like, do your one video and then move on. That's it. And just move on. Like, you're at 3 videos now. You can lie and say that live stream that you did with that I guess kind of therapist guy or psychologist. I don't know. Y'all were live when I clicked on it while I was recording. Well, before I started recording, because I had to watch some of it because obviously I'm I'm doing this video, and he's like giving something like, oh, if people in the culture say they're offended, then you need to just accept that they're offended and then move on, and just accept it. I'm gonna call bullshit on that. I'm gonna just call just straight up bullshit. It, if you don't, if he, if you're wrong, right? Then cool, you're wrong. Call a spade, and move on. But don't just be just capitulating to people just to do it. Don't do that. That doesn't help anybody. That doesn't help anybody at all. Some things deserve to have a conversation about. Like, well, how? How did you find it that way? Like, make me understand. Make me understand. You can apply that to men and women and men conversations. You can apply it to that because it's the same principle. If you flip it on the other foot, right? And now you're saying something and a white person says they're offended. Now you gotta capitulate because, oh, I don't know their culture. I don't know how they think. I have to capitulate. No, everybody's a human being for the most part. Like, most stuff is just regular like stuff, and it's, you can handle it in principle with sound principles. The rest of the stuff just like small cultural issues, and I get it. And I get it. When you're talking about hip hop, you know what I'm saying? You want to tell what's the dirt? Oh, he don't belong. And I'm like, cool. Let's go of the idea he doesn't belong. When he started off his coverage, and he did the Drake push-ups thing, and everybody went, oh, okay. Then he was doing the Euphoria, and because he did no, he did Taylor Made Freestyle. Did he do a breakdown for that? I don't know, so I'm not gonna say that. But he did Euphoria, and he was gonna do Meet the Grams, right? Euphoria, he got all sorts of flack from Drake creators, but we knew Our Family Matters was around the corner. We knew Family Matters was around the corner. So all that everybody suffered through during the Drake fans suffered through during Euphoria, he then made the Family Matters video, and all hell broke loose. Like, oh, you can't say that. Oh, you can't come to that conclusion. Oh, you can't assume. You can't assume. Da, da, da. He's just giving his perspective. It's freedom of speech. If we wanted art to be judged by just one race of people, newsflash, we shouldn't be putting it out there on the mass market to every fucking body. And we're not even the main consumers of it because we're not even the main population in this country anymore. Well, we never were in the first place. But we're not the main population in the country. Rap is global. If he wants to do a breakdown, have an opinion of it, and then a lot of people agree with his breakdown, then so be it. So be it. If you want to compete with this nigga, or you have issues with nigga, just be fucking better. Just be better. That's it. That's all it boils down to. Be better. Again, like I said, if there was some people because that I had issues with, like on Twitter, I'm gonna keep it mostly on Twitter. Like I'm not trying to like have no video back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Like I've done that. I've done that, and I'm real enough to say I've done that with some other like Twitch creators, because I had some back and forth with some Twitch creators. Like, it is what it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? But it don't mean I hate these dudes. And I can't look at something they saying and go, oh yeah, you're right in this particular instance. Like, I can't. What? Like, what are we talking about? Anyway, let's continue. Let's continue. Um, he accused him of unpaid debts, adding to a layer of financial or a personal grievance to the beef, uh, uh, amplifying the tension. One post from Angela Ovio, yeah, accused Curtis King of clout chasing off what's the dirt's name. And I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest, so people don't have to go back to my videos and find it. I'm gonna just straight up say it. I thought when Justin went at what's the dirt, because he's way higher than he was, or I think his name is the Company Man, right? That's the name of his channel. The company man went after dude. I thought that was clout chasing because like company man was sitting at like what 180. I think he was sitting at 180 subs, 160, 180 or 160, maybe 200K, like somewhere between 160 and 200K, somewhere between there. But I'm pretty sure it was one something, one one above 60 something. Anyway, and then this dude, what's the dirt, was like flying to 300K. I'm talking express SpaceX jet to up there, right? Rocket, wham. Okay. It just so unfortunately that, you know what I'm saying, he fell victim to replying to niggas. And I've told dude in private, and I'm gonna say it in public. Do not respond to these niggas. Do not. You're not, and that's the part that sucks because he's not black. He can't respond to niggas because nothing he's going to say is going to fit the narrative. It's going to work because everything is pretty much racial based, and we're just gatekeeping racially because that's where we are right now. We're gatekeeping racially so hard that Drake, that is half black, that his father is a musician and his uncle is a musician in Memphis of all places, and we're saying, nah, fam, you're not black enough. You're not of the culture enough. What? What? We got videos of this cat singing like like some soulful stuff as a child. Fam, he's culture. He is of the culture. You got P coming out, and this is of QCP. You got P, you know what I'm saying, coming out talking about some yo, you know what I'm saying. We really appreciate what he did for Migos and Lil Baby and all this other stuff. The narrative that you're trying to paint, like they're like, we're so appreciative. He didn't even have to do it. He actually listened to our artist song. We sent him 2 different records, and he hopped on Versace and he put it out on his platform that was booming. And then next thing we know, boom, Migos to the moon. Well, he didn't say to the moon. I'm paraphrasing a lot, but at the end of the day, that's the gist of what he was saying. And to circle back, Curtis King, I feel like he's clout chasing. 3 videos in under 3 days, two, and he literally had a almost 4 hour live, and then went live again, and he's subliminally dissing them. What's the dirt? And it's like two. It was two. It was an hour and 19. Yeah, I can comfortably say it was over an hour and 19 minutes. I can comfortably say that. I really want to say it was 2 hours. That live stream is 2 hours. I think if you go check his channel, that live stream is 2 hours, fam. 2 hours. That's absurd, bro. You did 2 back-to-back lives about the same dude. About the same dude to get more views. You're talking to What's the Dirt about his views. Look at your own and look at how you're freaking farming this. You're farming this. You see a moment. You're an opportunist. It's not even a content strategy. You're just an opportunist. But anyway, calling him a creep and suggesting jealousy over better content. Meanwhile, at Brooklyn Ballot on March 6th criticized Curtis King's action as snitching, framing the exposure of What's the Dirt's task as a betrayal for personal gain rather than a justified critique. And that's the same thing I said. I will not get behind that. I will not get behind that. We're talking about selling drugs, fam. Selling drugs, stuff like that. See, the thing is, like, he did it 5 years ago, right? He's a different person now. He's on Change Game, right? Do what you just did to some nigga. You getting shot. That's how that go, and you know it. You know that. Why would you do that? I don't get it. I don't understand it. I never will. Why would you do that? Let's see what else. Then we got the root of their often here they're in the same space. They've been doing a lot of personal jabs. And then he made a video to what's the dirt exposes himself for being a scammer. And that's just so, like I said, anyway. Um, and then Curtis King might be leveraging uh his credibility because basically in that video he's framing, because I watched the shit. It was only 13, 14 minutes. That's the video I'm talking about. That's the first one, and then he did the two lives, right? In that video, he's talking about how, you know what I'm saying, he's basically a cult. He's saying that he's a culture vulture, and because of the way he treated the drug game and how he hit a lick and got out, that he's just gonna do the same thing with hip hop. And I want to tell you something here. No, no. There's a lot of reasons to get out of the drug game. He's just covering hip hop commentary. If he for some reason wants to just stop putting out videos after he, like, some point, which I don't understand why he would, if you're making money and he's covering hip hop and he seems to be having fun and enjoying himself and finding something he's passionate about and finding something that's not maybe putting him in harm's way, maybe not putting him around bad crowds and bad people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't know why you would clown a man for wanting to do better. Like, yeah, he walked away with money on a plug, but okay, okay, okay. Unless you're gonna somehow tell me, like, he even so, let's say he ran off on other people he was doing business with, right? Sometimes you got to just do it that way just to get out the game. Like, if he wanted out the game, he wanted out the game, and he was able to get off and skirt off and be gone. I'm not gonna hold it to nobody. Like, I'm not gonna hold that to anybody. If he one day wants to, like, fully explain himself and explain that, that's cool. But without having the full story or any piece of narrative from his side, I'm gonna withhold judgment because I don't know. But all I know is I know a lot of different people that have been in that situation and they've left under various circumstances, to include a casket. All right. So anyway, um, another video from September 25th, titled "Final Thoughts on My Situation with What's the Dirt." Indicate. Oh, you guys have been going at it for quite some time. I was just talking about the recent stuff, but this is weird, bro. This is weird. That's weird. Yeah, bro. I don't, I don't get it, bro. I don't think I ever will, man. I don't think I ever will. I don't think I ever will. I don't think this is gonna be one of those things where I fully understand why y'all are going back and forth with each other. You know what I'm saying? As grown men, it's weird. It's weird. Curtis was talking a bit like, you know what I'm saying, like, you from that life or the streets or whatever. You were talking a little raspy, a little hard, you know what I'm saying, whoop de whoop, a little spicy. Uh if you are that, then you should understand why how you're talking doesn't reflect it. What you're saying comes off as a front. Because everybody I know that's really about that, and they're about it, and everybody that's grown and they about it, they don't talk the way you talk. They don't move the way that you've moved. Because we got 4 videos about another man that makes content clearly for views, clearly for clicks, clearly for views. That's just how I feel. That is my in conclusion analysis. After and the thing is, I didn't feel that way about the and I'm be honest, but when I read my notes, I made notes, and rereading my notes, I forgot about the September 25th video. I forgot about it. I should have forgotten. However, however, um, watching the March 4th video, I just felt like, okay, he just had some issues. Maybe with maybe some slight jealousy, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. The live stream where you brought in the dude, I'm like, okay, he's trying to like tarnish this guy's image, but I'm like, why would you do that? Like, after you already made that one video, like, why would you go live with this other dude trying to tarnish this dude's image about allegations? We're talking alleged allegations because you're a content creator that needs money and attention and time, and you figured you have a way to leverage yourself up, and you feel like you can pull a company man. And what I can say is, again, the company man, he was just defending his perspective. You know what I'm saying? How he felt about it, even though I disagree with him, because I remember I watched Mr. What's the Dirt's uh original video, and I didn't feel like it, in a context of what people were nitpicking. I mean, and it's the Family Matters video. Everybody can watch it. You watch it in its entirety. I don't feel like he said anything that was crazy. He just gave his perspectives on a couple things, and that was it. Did I disagree with him on some things? Hell yeah. But other things, I was like, oh wow, I didn't even know that. And that's I think that's why he will forever be and be able to get reach higher heights than most of us, because he's able to tap into a piece of the culture and actually wow people with his knowledge. Like, you have industry people going, I ain't even know that. Industry people. That says a lot when you're able to wow them as well, and them cats are talking about you like, yeah, hey, them breakdowns is crazy. Even I believe they even said, you know what I'm saying? I'm thinking back primarily to the Joe Budden podcast, like, even they, like, you know what I'm saying, disagreed with some of the things, but they were like, he's pretty spot on and pretty like in depth. They're like, I want to know how you found that out. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to compete with them, compete. But there's no reason to have to tear somebody else down so you can get ahead. That's just weird. Here's the thing, right? NBA players didn't have to gatekeep white people out the league. They just outperformed them. This is what it is. If if Corey Kenshin, whether it's YouTube itself, and I'm trying to use him as an example here, whether it's YouTube himself or it's, you know what I'm saying, like, and again, he can go viral when he wants to, and like, if maybe, and I'm gonna say this with all due respect to him, because he's a goat in his own right, and he has a phenomenal anime that's coming out. Um, if he, well, it's a manga. It's not an anime. It's a manga. He's publishing a manga. It just had an amazing trailer that was animated, and he should do the anime. That's just my 2 cents. Um, with respect to Corey Kenshin, if he put out content on a more frequent basis, because the dude somehow, some way, every time he drops something, number one on YouTube, number one on YouTube, number one on YouTube. If he had the same level of consistency as Mr. Beast, he would be the black version of Mr. Beast. Like, but doing a different style of content. But he would be the black version of Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast is only where he's at because he's out working people. Period. Dot. Bar none. He's just out working people. And that's the same thing with What's the Dirt. He's hella quality over quantity. Niggas is quantity. But we're not focusing on that quality. And that's just us in general. You know what I'm saying? And I think the only person that really, again, like I said, like I don't think Curtis has a good standing. But again, I would say, you know what I'm saying, like, Company Man does have really good content. He does. And I don't want to leave here saying like You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not like Company Man has really good content, just straight up. Um, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know much about Curtis outside of this situation. I'd have to actually watch his content, but I've watched Company Man content like on my own time. On my own time. Like before he had a back and forth with what's the dirt. I just disagreed with him. This is what it is. Anyway, y'all let me know what y'all are thinking in the comment section down below. Uh, this is I will probably not have another video till Monday. Um, yeah, till Monday. I may have one sooner. But again, like I told y'all, I'm doing a different content strategy now, and I want to take my time. I want to sit on stuff, and I want to be better. So hopefully y'all like this video. Hopefully it was very informative. Hopefully y'all found out some things that maybe you did know, maybe you didn't know. And I was able to provide value. If I provided value, subscribe. If not, I'll see you next time and I'll provide value maybe that time.